Hey, what's going on? What's going on, fight fans? Do I need a little bit more light in here? Are y'all good to go? All right, just waiting for a few people to hop on here. I just tweeted it. Waiting for a few people to hop on now. Let's see what I got. All right, we got one person on. We got a thumbs up. Who's out there right now? Who's checking this out? Throw your name there in the chat. All right, we got 4 people. I got a quick 4 people. Frank Moss, Canelo probably was dirty. Yeah, he probably was. Listen, man, I didn't think all this was going to come out with Canelo Alvarez um, and the whole Triple G thing. And everybody weighs in on it. Everybody say he needs to be crucified. Everybody says that, Canelo needs to be banned and all that. And that's true. I mean, anytime you come up dirty, intentional, unintentional, listen, it's really hard for you to prove your point. Unless you got some prescribed medicine from doctors. And even then, it has to be submitted beforehand, care if it's from nutrients or you bought something from the GNC and all that. I mean, that stuff has to be submitted and let people know what you're taking so they know how to look for traces stuff and say, okay, well, he did say, he was taking this product from the GNC and this probably could have had that in there and let's do some further tests. But for you to come out and say tainted meat and all that, they're going to get you for that, man. But anyway, the hot topic is I was looking on Bad Left Hook and I think it came from a podcast. Former Senator Harry Reid was part of the Nevada Gaming Commission and all that, said that that Floyd Mayweather, when he fought Canelo Alvarez, he thought that he was dirty then. He thought he was on some performance enhancing drugs back then. But, his thoughts is that Floyd Mayweather wanted to go along with it anyway because he believed he can beat him even if Canelo was on something. But the main thing was it was one of his biggest paydays at the time, and he just didn't want to mess that up. He did not want to mess up that big payday with Canelo Alvarez. So, therefore he went ahead and went with the fight. Let's see who else. What questions y'all got out there? Frank Moss, Canelo probably was dirty. Yeah, I mean he could have been. Listen, it's crazy. People can take pictures and manipulate it, right? So you see pictures floating around when Canelo was really small, and now there's pictures floating around Canelo like he's this big monster that lift weights and stuff like that. But pictures can be easily manipulated. I mean, he could have been like 20 when he took that picture, and like 25 now. So of course he's gonna look bigger. Legendary boxer Canelo and AJ both had that roid neck like bodybuilders. All right, man, legendary boxer. You gotta tell me what a roid neck looks like, man. Frank Moss. I bet most boxers are on Pez. You really think so? With all the strict testing and all that, the stuff that they do now, you really think there are a lot of people on Peds? I mean, you might be right, man, but it's like, why risk it, man? Because once you come up and you're labeled as a cheat and dirty user, I mean, you're messing yourself up. You're messing your promoter up. They're not going to be able to get you the fights like they want to. AJ used to be skinny 3 years ago. Now he's like the Hulk. AJ is on juice also. Maybe. Legendary boxer recent. That thick neck, which doesn't look natural. Google AJ and look at his neck. It's not natural. Man, can y'all really? Are y'all serious? Can you really judge a boxer by the way his neck looks, man? That's like how people said they used to go on dates and they're like, or they talking about dating somebody. And they look at this girl and they look at her throat and they said, "Man, look at that Adam's apple. Man, you sure that's a girl?" I mean, how's a woman's Adam apple supposed to look, man? How's a neck supposed to look? Legendary boxer. People on steroids get tired faster also. I believe. I guess so. I don't know what would cause them to tire faster. What would cause them to tire faster being on steroids? Well, yeah, I guess steroids, but I guess it depends on the performance enhancing drugs. Some of it can actually help you catch second wins faster. Frank Moss. Wasn't there a rumor that Floyd was on steroids? Yeah, I heard the same thing. It's some kind of like antibiotic steroids, where he was taking shots in his hand for having brittle hands. I don't know. It never came up, with the Nevada State Athletic Commissioner or VADA and all that. Unless you're saying they paid him under the table not to say anything. Legendary boxer. AJ and Canelo both have stamina issues. I don't know. I mean, do you think Canelo looked tired later on in his last fight with Triple G? Seemed like he had pretty good stamina all the way through. Legendary boxer. They start fast and gas out. I guess so. I guess what kind of steroid is it? Is it like a weight gaining, mass gaining steroid? Because if you have a weight gaining like steroid like that, then I guess so. Everybody knows the more weight you carry, the tired you'll get. Legendary boxer. Lidocaine is legal in Vegas and UK. So is that what Floyd Mayweather took? Lidocaine? Is that the shots that he was taking in his hands? And is that why Floyd Mayweather never wanted to fight outside of Vegas? Because if he took that lidocaine shot in his brittle hands, it would be illegal in other states? That's my question. Frank Moss. Why is it that Floyd can't stay retired and stay out of the spotlight? Oh my God, Frank Moss. I've been telling y'all this for a long time. Anybody saying Floyd Mayweather can't be no Floyd Mayweather. That dude is an alpha male. The spotlight has to be on him. Like, I've heard reports out of his own camp, out of the Mayweather boxing promotions, that they're like, man, Floyd does not want to be outshined by none of us. Like, we can't even make a name for ourselves because Floyd always got to throw his name out there. I'm Floyd Mayweather, Girls Collection. I'm going, I might do one more fight. I might, go into MMA. I might fight Conor McGregor. Like, he can't even let his own fighters get any shine. It's sad, man. Legendary boxer. Vegas pays the most. Why not fight there? I mean, he could have made some pretty decent money overseas. Listen, Floyd's the kind of fighter. He didn't have to stay in Vegas. He could have got anywhere and got paid. Legendary boxer. Floyd didn't get attention as a child. He loves the spotlight. Hey, I agree. Legendary boxer. Listen, people don't realize Floyd Mayweather's life, man. It was like anybody else, man. Family's on drugs, dad locked up in jail. All he knew was boxing. And that's why Floyd Mayweather plays now. You see all the playing and joking and stuff he does because he never got a chance to get out when he was a kid. He needs to be on Oprah, man. Somebody needs to talk to him. He better stay out of the octagon. I agree. I believe that they would hurt Floyd Mayweather in the octagon. That's why Tank mad. Oh, Gervonta Tank Davis. Yeah. That's why Gervonta Tank Davis mad. Floyd Mayweather won't let his fighters shine, man. It's always Floyd. Dude, stop pumping up your other fighters the same way you pump yourself up. Why does Roy Jones still think he is a pound for pound best? He been hit too many times in the head, man. He can't let it go. He's another one that can't let it go either, man. He might have that concussion syndrome. Floyd wants the most money, not just top dollar. Most money, top dollar? I guess so. I thought it was all the same. Floyd and Michael Jackson are similar. They spend like idiots, love their attention because they missed 13 years. I agree with you. Tank should be thankful for getting $600,000 on May versus Mac undercard. Yeah, he should be. Tank should be getting close to getting the $1 million paydays. He should be close to it. Y'all must have forgot DeAndre Savage. Yeah, that was Floyd. Yeah, man. I tell you what. I don't know if Roy Jones is most known for him knocking people out, him getting knocked out, or his, rapping to the ring. Y'all must have forgot Jermaine Scott, prize fighter. What do you mean, Jermaine Scott? What do you mean by prize fighter? Are you just saying Floyd Mayweather is just fighting for the money? Hey, that's what all these guys do. Now, all they care about is money. Nobody cares about being the best. Nobody cares about unifying the title. All people want to know is how much I'm going to get paid. Frank Moss, Floyd comes off as very insecure. Yeah, every time I say that, his fans, basically roast me when I tell people that. Floyd Mayweather is one of the most insecure people I know. Jermaine Scott, yeah. Well, while I got y'all in here, Frank Moss chimed in, but I want to hear y'all thoughts. Floyd Mayweather thought that Canelo Alvarez was on Pez when they fought, but he didn't want to risk canceling the fight because it would have been one of his biggest paydays at the time. Do y'all think Canelo was on something when Floyd Mayweather fought Canelo Alvarez? It's not like it really helped him if he was, huh? I mean, he still got beat pretty easy. How did I even score that fight? Did I have it 8-4? I think I had it 8-4. Frank Moss, Canelo was on roids. Legendary boxer Floyd better stop investing money in dumb jets and stupid strip clubs. He needs to leave his money to bank. Jermaine Scott, no indication that he was. It was a masterclass. Yes, it was a masterclass. Listen, let me throw this out there. First of all, before I make this statement, if anybody wants to hit that little money button down below, whether you got Android or iOS, Apple, if you want to drop some money, you can drop $1, $2 to the channel, help your boy out. I take anything. I mean, thankful for the $1 if you drop $1 in there. But what I was going to say, how many of y'all are tired? I swear I'm tired. I promise I'm tired of hearing Floyd Mayweather promoting this girl's collection. I'm like, dude, yeah, like nobody's ever been to the strip club. Yeah, like nobody's never seen beautiful women. You think the most beautiful. I mean, dude, I'm tired of hearing about the strip club. I'm tired of hearing about girls' collection. Dude, I don't even know how much money you're making in that. I hope it's worth your while, man, because you spent a lot of money trying to get that thing going. DeAndre Savage, most people don't get caught the first time they cheat, so there's a good chance he has used before. True. Marcellus Dunlap, that was another perfect plot by Floyd when he fought Canelo. Okay. Deontay Wilder thinks he's better than Mike Tyson. I don't know, man. It depends on when you caught Mike Tyson. Skill-wise, of course, he's better than Deontay Wilder. Power-wise, of course, Deontay has more power. If Deontay fought him, around the Buster Douglas time where he started doing drugs and everything else, then Deontay would have knocked him out. Anything after the Buster Douglas, Deontay would have knocked him out. Anything before the Buster Douglas, he would beat Deontay Wilder. Jermaine Scott is whack. Jermaine, have you been to the girls' collection? What's it called? I don't even know what it's called. Girls collection, girls night collection. I don't know what it's called. Marcel's not just ridiculous. Thank you. I thought I was the only one that was getting fed up of seeing this dumb girls collection he keep putting out, man. Nobody cares about those broke $2 girls, man. Well, I can't say they broke. They're making more money than all of us put together in the chat room. Them strippers be getting paid. Girl collection is bleeding money. That's why Floyd posts about it every day. Yeah, you know what? That's probably true, man. And the thing about it is, like, dude, you need to target your spot to Vegas because nobody's flying from New York, Chicago, Florida, Houston, Texas, Oklahoma. Nobody's flying to the girls' collection. There's strip clubs everywhere. If you're going to post it, man, post something locally. I mean, spend money on billboards or something else in Vegas. Tired of seeing it on Twitter. Lots of laughs. No, sir. Okay, so you haven't been there. Okay. All the reviews on Yelp for girl collection are whack. What kind of reviews are... All right, so what do you mean, Legendary Boxer, when you said they're whack? or like, is he paying people to give it good reviews, or are people giving bad reviews on Yelp about Girls Collection? But I am tired of hearing about it. Thank you, Jermaine. I thought it was just me. Why is De La Hoya so quiet on Canelo Roy's situation? Because he got busted. Hey, he got busted. Oscar De La Hoya is busted. That's why Oscar ain't saying nothing about it. His boy got caught. Listen, what can he say? I mean, is he a retired drug addict? I don't know what. Man, somebody posted something the other day of Oscar De La Hoya drinking. Is Oscar back to drinking and hitting the liquor bottle and drugs again? I don't know. Listen, he might have had a drink after hearing his cash cow Canelo got busted and can't fight for at least 6 months. Legendary box, it will close soon, no doubt. Only cheap strip clubs in Atlanta make money. Oh man, that's funny. They have small clubs and good food and dirty skanks. DeAndre Savage, my man, came through. $4.99, $5, man. I appreciate you, DeAndre. Man, my man came through. People saying the place sucks, the prices suck, the girls sucks, things like that. Can you explain how promoters like King and Aaron rob their fighters? I thought they agreed on a purse before the fight. Okay, Andre, so this is how it works. It's just like the music industry, man. If you don't educate yourself, you're going to get robbed. So this is how it works. Say HBO put up, I'm just saying $10 million, right? You know, that's a deal that the promoter and HBO work out, not the fighter. They don't talk to the fighter. That's not the job to talk to the fighter. Their job is to talk to the promoter because you represent them. So what they do is they go to Don King and say, hey, we got $10 million for Mike Tyson. Don King turns around and goes to Mike Tyson and says, hey, Mike, I can get you $5 million for this fight. What? I can get $5 million? Absolutely. Before they're going to give you 4, I pushed it and got $5 million. That's great, Don. That's great. And what happens? Don keeps the extra $5 million for himself. So the problem is when HBO, Showtime, and ESPN and Fox Sports and all that, they talk. If you have a promoter, they talk to promoter only. If you don't have a promoter, you just got a manager, you talk to the manager. If you're self-promoted, then they deal directly with you. But more than likely, when you get to that level, you at least got to have a manager or something. Or your trainer is a trainer manager. And you just hope that the team you have around you doesn't try to rip you off, saying, hey, they offer this much. In reality, they really offer your manager, your promoter a lot more. And now you can always have, I think you can have your promoter audited if you want, but you have to take them, I think, to court and bring up, I don't know what it is. You have to bring something, but you can get them audited and then come to find out if they make more money. Now, if you find they're making more money, now the next time the fight comes around, first of all, you're not going to get that money. The extra $5 million, Don King got it. But the next fight, all you're going to do is hurt yourself and him. And you're going to say, well, I'm not going to fight for you unless you tell me how much you make and how much I'm going to get. I should get him a bulk of the purse. And he can sit you down for 3, 4, 5 years, however long you got left on your contract. And you know what you're going to do? You're not going to do it. You know why? Because now you need money. Now you got to keep fighting. Now you got to take what your promoter gives you. So hope that answers your question, DeAndre. And once again, shout out, man, for dropping some money for your boy. Oscar Arena's eyes are always glassy. Legendary boxer, you're right, man. Oscar, he does seem like, man, he be on something all the time. I didn't want to say nothing, man. I don't know if he be up late at night. Hey, I want to ask something about what you said about the strip clubs. You said people saying the place sucks, the prices suck. Listen, I went to a strip club when I was young, man. I'm in my 40s now. I went to a strip club when I was in the Army, like maybe in my early 20s. But I need to ask you, so why do you say the prices suck? So do you have to pay an interest fee to get into strip clubs now? Or can you just go in there and drop money? Or do you have to pay to enter into the strip clubs? I don't know. It's been so, man, I've been married 21 years now. I haven't been to the strip club in over 20-something years. Let's see what else I got. If Bronner loses his next fight, what's next for him? He becomes the can man. He can get unemployment. He can get a welfare check. He can set his butt to the side and work a 9-to-5 job like everybody else. If he loses, man, he knows he's done. That's why I believe that Adrian Broner is going to win his next 2 to 3 fights with no problem. I just think his mind frame is at a whole new level. Who is your favorite boxer of all time? Whew. Has to be Felix Trinidad. Man, I just fell in love with Felix Trinidad, man. Felix, it wasn't so much his boxing skill. It was Felix Trinidad's heart, man. I mean, when he's in that ring, even if he was getting caught some good shots, even when he gets dropped, man, he had that heart of the champion to get back up, man. Dude, I ain't gonna lie, man. I wanted to cry, man, when Bernard Hopkins beat him. But he bit off more than he can chew. He's beating everybody at 147, beating everybody at 154, and got to 160, man. And he just bit off more he could chew at Bernard Hopkins, man. It was just Bernard's night. I think it was around the time of 9/11, man. It was heartbreaking, man. I wanted to cry when B-Hop beat him, man. So Felix Trinidad definitely one of my favorite fighters of all time. Jermaine Scott, the signs are there. Yeah, I mean, Oscar could be on something, man. Man, I guess that's an overall dirty company, huh? You know, Oscar on something, Canelo on something. I don't know. DeAndre Savage. Oh, I thought promoters only got paid off the ticket sales and sponsorships. Thanks for the info. Yeah, so DeAndre, the ticket sales, yeah, promoters make money off the ticket sales, and they do split some of the profit of the ticket sales with the fighters. Sponsorships is usually mostly split between a lot of the sponsorship is split between the like HBO and Showtime and the promoter. All that has to be worked out in your deal with your fighter. That's why a lot of these fighters starting their own promotion, they do co-promotion. So if you do co-promotion, like say Floyd Mayweather had Mayweather Promotions, and when he fought McGregor, he co-promoted with other people, so everybody gets a piece of pie. You just get more money that way. Cotto co-promotes Saddam Ali, has his own promotion, so co-promotion you make more money. That's why a lot of these rappers and all that have their own label, and then when he joins somebody like Interscope or Atlantic, they get a little bit more proceeds from that. What country strip club? I went to this strip club. I think I was over in Germany. I was in Germany. I don't remember going. I was in the army at one time, so I was told it's $50 cover charge just to get in the girls' collection. $50 just to get in. When I can go to the beach and see all these beautiful women at the beach, I'll see more beautiful women at the beach than I will at the strip club. I was just in Vegas, but was with the wife, so I couldn't go. Oh man! So DeAndre, are you telling me when you're in Vegas, if your wife wasn't there, you would have went to the strip club, man? Now, what if you would have went to the strip club and your wife found out about it and caught you? What would have happened? How long you and your wife been married, man? Frank Moss, Wilder or Joshua? I'm going with Wilder. I'm going with Wilder because very rarely, I don't believe fighters when fighters say that this guy's scared, that guy's scared. I mean, you got to have some type of heart just to get in the ring, period. And yeah, now once you get in the ring and you get hit, then you can get afraid because you're like, wow, I didn't know this guy had this kind of power. And man, that really hurt. And then you can lose heart then. But just to get in the ring, man, you got to have a lot of heart. But, man, this is one time, man, I swear, and I don't never say this, man, but I really think Joshua is scared, man. I really do, man. He does some scary stuff. You can come there, but you can't get in the ring, and I'm going to have security and this and that. I'm like, do you think Deontay Wilder is the type of guy that's going to walk up and just punch you in your mouth and just really going to do something stupid? You know he's not like that, man. So, Joshua, man, you're a really disappointment to me when you won't let him come there to get in the ring to try to help sell the fight. You know why? Because you don't want to fight him. You want to keep fighting like the Artley Harrisons and Joshua Parkers of the world and the Takam of the worlds and the Dylan Whites of the world. You don't want to fight anybody you know that could really take your belt. Honestly, I think you got a little scared after Klitschko dropped you. When Klitschko dropped you, I said, uh-oh. Can I tell you something? If Klitschko was about 5 years younger, he would have beat you. He would have beat you. Jermaine Scott, lots of laughs. Aki, IBK, Aki, I don't agree with you. Aki, if I'm saying that right, what part is it that you don't agree? The Wilder versus Joshua? And if you don't agree, put it in the chat why. Yeah, if I got anybody out there, my man DeAndre dropped $5, man. If anybody wants to donate any money, man, $1, $2, $5, 10, whatever you want to do, man. I don't care if it's $1. Hook your boy up, man. I'm not turning anything down. And ask your questions while I'm here. Bigger clown, Mayweather or McGregor? It was Mayweather until what McGregor pulled. Oh my God. Guys, what is up with Conor McGregor? A lot of people tell me, man, he a cokehead. He be doing coke. I don't know, man. Do you think? I mean, he had to know he was going to get in trouble for what he did. He had to. I mean, do y'all think Conor McGregor is on something? Or is that just his ex? A key, tell Wilder to sign the deal. AJ is not into the hype job. What are you talking about? Wilder's ready to go to the UK. Wilder's ready to do a 60-40 split. What are you talking about? DeAndre, 3 years. We drove right by it. A lot of girls on Instagram. One of his popular girls' Instagram is Megan X Denise. Check her out. DeAndre, man, you're ready to go in there. Legendary boxer. Eddie Hearn is a spoiled brat. Trust fund baby. He inherited everything. I heard that too. Jermaine Scott, just his alias. Legendary boxer. Ricky Hatton, Tyson Fury, Conor, they all hang out in pubs and drink, snort. It's the European culture. Wow, really? Yeah, I heard about Ricky Hatton being on drugs and all that. Tyson Fury, yeah, Tyson Fury had cocaine. Conor, man, I guess so. Fury and Wilder did the WWE style. What happened? This message is held for review. Show, what is this? I said, I don't know what that was. Oh, I guess because you had a cuss word in there. It asked me if I want it loud or not. This is Mayweather versus Pac-Man all over again. What's Mayweather versus Pac-Man? You really think Floyd Mayweather's going to fight Conor McGregor? Frank Moss, what boxers have you met? Oh my God. What boxers have I met? Floyd, Canelo, Deontay Wilder, Oscar Valdez, Triple G, Nonito Donaire. Of course, the Charlos, they're right here. Regis Prograves right here. Adrian Broner. Errol Spence. I met Errol Spence before he was even signed, and Top Rank almost scooped him up. Who else have I met? I'm trying to go through a list of names I can think of. Rigondeaux, Austin Trout. God, there's so many fighters. I met a lot of fighters, man. Jermaine Taylor, Kelly Pavlich, Kermit Cintron. God, there's so many. I didn't meet Mike Tyson. I like to meet Mike Tyson. Um, David Tua. Who else have I met? Andre Ward, Vanez, Demetrius Andrade. Um, I didn't get a chance to meet Peter Quillen. I haven't met Peter Quillen and Danny Jacobs. I met quite a few people. Sean Porter. I met Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia. I never met Kell Brook. I met quite a few people. That's all I can think of, Frank Moss. I've met many more. I just can't think of all of them right now. No Joshua versus Wilder. Wilder versus Joshua Parker next. Oh, that'd be such a letdown. You know, if they made Wilder versus Joshua Parker just to prove that, hey, I can knock Joshua Parker out and you couldn't. How tall is David Tua? He wasn't that tall. He was only like 6'1", maybe. I don't know. I'm like 5'8". I know he's a few inches taller than me. He wasn't that tall, man. Maybe 6'1", I think. What happened to Peter Quillen's career? That's a good question, man. I wondered the same thing myself. I didn't think that Danny Jacobs was going to beat him that quick and that fast. And golly, it's like he was mentally, it's like he had to do a whole reset mentally, get himself right. Yeah. Heyman left Peter on a shelf too long. Do you know if you go to PBC and look up their fighters? Oh my God, they got over 100 something fighters, like 150. And it's a darn shame that you got over 150 fighters and you only see about 20, maybe 30 of the fighters out of 150. You got 120 people sitting on the shelf. And you did that just in spite of Oscar De La Hoya and Bob Arum. So you were trying to force them out. Well, I love about it, you couldn't force out Top Rank. You couldn't force out De La Hoya. Lou DiBella, he took the money and said, hey, you can use me as promoter. And it's sad, man. Why did PBC keep Quillen on the shelf for so long after the Jacobs fight? Legendary boxer, I don't know. I really don't. I don't know if PBC did it or Quillen mentally wasn't ready to come back. Floyd will be broke in 10 years. Possibility. UFC has 600 fighters. Most of them don't fight either. It's the same stuff, man. Wow, they really got 600 fighters? The UFC? I'm going to be honest with you, man. I don't really watch the UFC, so I can't really comment. Man, the only people I know UFC, I think I remember when it first came out. I don't even know if it's called UFC. The very first time I saw something like mixed martial arts was it Royce Gracie? I know it's the Gracie family. They did like jiu-jitsu or something. What was that guy? Was it Don or Dan somebody? I remember that. Was it Victor Ortiz? I think the guy's name was. Randy Coulter, I believe. Rashad Evans. I heard of John Jones and Anderson Silva. Those are like really the only name, and of course Conor McGregor. Those are really only like the 6-7 names I even know in UFC because I really don't watch it. Top Rank and Golden Girl are running off fumes. Heyman was smart. Nah, they're fine. They got backends. As long as you have a publication like ESPN, Fox, HBO, Showtime, they're always going to pump money into them. Yes, 50 to 600 UFC fighters. Wow, that's crazy. What's your thought on AJ versus Povetkin? Depends on if Povetkin's still on the juice or not. If Povetkin's on the juice, he'll knock AJ out. If not, then I think AJ can probably beat him. Povetkin looked like, yeah. No, wait a minute. Povetkin, I guess he looked crappy because he just knocked out David Price, right? He almost lost to Price. Oh, Price. You mean, yeah, Price. I know what you're trying to say. Yeah. I saw some highlights, man. David Price like stunned him a couple times. Isn't Dana White crossing over into boxing? Absolutely. He is crossing over into boxing. I'm hearing Al Heyman is supposed to be helping him with it. And Al Heyman will probably use Dana White also. This is something y'all should ask yourselves. This is something y'all not thinking about. Think about this. Why does Al Heyman always use Lou DiBella Promotions to put on like 80% of the fights, 90% of the fights? But Floyd Mayweather is supposed to be his ace, Boone Coon, his number one guy. But he only used Floyd. He only helps Floyd promote his own fights, but not. You know why? Because infrastructure. Having a promotion company is all about having the right infrastructure. You don't have the right infrastructure. I don't care how much money you have. It'll go down the hill. Like Rock Nation, 50 cents, SMS promotions. You don't have the right infrastructure. There's nothing you can do. It's all talk. He has no fighters. Povetkin style suits Anthony Joshua. Yeah. Fox and Showtime are with PBC, not with Top Rank or Golden Boy. Uh-huh. ESPN barely shows boxing. Showtime runs boxing. Yeah. Crawford can't even get a TV date on ESPN. Shaking my head. Crawford's been doing fine. One thing about Crawford, he can get a pay-per-view and maybe do a couple 100,000, but they make so much money selling out Omaha, Nebraska with ticket sales that it's okay. Ikea said yes. Yep. PBC has deal with Barclays, and DiBella is New York's best. Yeah, I can see that. Oscar De La Hoya had Barclays at one time until Al Heyman came in with all that hedge fund money and paid more money to secure it up front. But Al uses Floyd and Richard also for Texas and Los Angeles and Vegas. Also TGB promotions. Crawford did less than 70,000 pay-per-view. Shaking my head. That's right. I mean, he's still building up his name. It's not like he's really got to have a name brand person he has to beat to really get to that level. Spence versus Peterson sold more than Cotto's last fight in New York. Oscar promoted that. Man, that fight right there was pathetic. How Miguel Cotto ended up getting beat by Saddam Ali? Saddam Ali got knocked out by a little 140, 45-pound Jesse Vargas. And here you are, 154, 160-pound fighter, and you get knocked up and beat up by Saddam Ali. You need to retire after getting beat up like that, man. That was one of the biggest disappointing fights that Miguel Cotto ever fought in, man. If I never saw Miguel Cotto fight again, I would be happy. But on the flip side, I was pissed off that Miguel Cotto beat Sergio Martinez. I'm still going to blame the knee, and not having mobility is the reason why he beat him. Sergio Martinez was the man at one time. Mikey versus Broner did 12,000. Oh, 120,000? Mikey versus Broner did is that 12,000 or 120,000? Spence versus Peterson did 12,000. Wilder Severn did 12,000. Wilder versus Ortiz did 14. Oh, you're talking about ticket sales. Okay, I got you. Mikey versus Broner did 12,000 ticket sales. Spence Peterson did 12,000. Wilder Severn did 12,000. Wilder versus Ortiz did 14,000. DiBella is doing a good job, man. Oh, listen, I'm not saying that Lou DiBella is not doing it. Yeah, that's my point. That's exactly my point. Lou DiBella has the infrastructure. Lou DiBella knows how to run a card. That's why Al Heyman gives him over 80, 90% of the shows to put on, because he has the right infrastructure. He knows how to get it going. Floyd Mayweather, he just don't have the right infrastructure, man. Leonard Ellerbe and all that, they don't really know what they're doing. Kathy Duva can't even sell 3,000 for Kovalev in New York. And that's probably true. And I don't understand why she don't put on a fight over in Russia or wherever he's from and all that, wherever Kovalev's from. Anywhere over there in the European, you'll get more money. Or have him fight over the UK against somebody like George Groves or Tony Bellew or somebody like that. You would make more money. Floyd and Ellerby are too lazy and act too cool for school. Yeah. They don't invest in their company. Mayweather promotion streams are not even HD. They have like 360 quality. Yeah, man. Floyd, I don't know what he's doing, man. I mean, he has some okay fighters. Only about 2 or 3 of them are really decent. The rest are just like, yeah. That's all you can really say about him. Aim boss in the chat room. Drop your boy. Hit that little dollar sign down there. Drop your boy $1, $2, $3, $5, $10, something. I don't care if it's even $1. Drop your boy something, so we can keep the electricity and the lights on. All right. Floyd will spend millions on whores, but not on his own promotional company. That's a sign of a dumb man, and he is my favorite fighter. See, this is where me and Carcino get into arguments all the time. I think Floyd Mayweather is one of the best fighters of our whole entire era, the last 20 years. Hands down, nobody is greater than Floyd in our era. Now, from a personal business standpoint, makes some of the most dumbest, stupidest mistakes and moves over and over and over again. I don't have the greatest respect for him as a businessman, but definitely as a fighter, one of the best. And you're right, he'll spend more money on his girl's collection than he will on his own fighters and stuff. I just don't get it. I think when Ishe won somebody told me when Ishe won his first fight, when he beat, I forgot who it was he beat, and won his first title. Floyd gave him a $100,000 check and $150,000 Rolex. I'm like, why would you give somebody $150,000 Rolex? Like, what do you want Ishe Smith to do with $150,000 Rolex that's just going to sit on your arm and you can't do nothing with it? Is that $150,000 Rolex going to pay the bills? Is it going to buy the man a brand new house? Is it going to buy the man a brand new car? Is it going to help him pay for his diapers and clothes for his kids? Why do you do stupid? This is the stupid stuff that Floyd does that pisses me off. Give the man $250,000. Nobody wants no car. Nobody wants no Rolex. Give the man cash and let him buy what he wants to buy with his money. Don't pay me in material things. Give me the cash. Floyd has a janky staff with no skills. I don't really know his staff, but it doesn't seem like they really put on stuff. Floyd spends money like the Arab Ross. Yeah. And who knows, man? Floyd might invest his money, right? He said his money brings in, the way he got invested brings in $1 million a month. But I don't know how much is going out. You might be bringing in $1 million a month, but how much is going out? Are you spending $2-3 million? And why do you have 20 cars? Like 10 in Florida, 10 in Vegas, and wherever else you got. You can only drive one car at a time. Only one. Just one car. It's like, and listen, man, people can do whatever they want with their money, man, but I just don't understand it. I don't know, because I'm older, more mature. Maybe I would have done some dumb, stupid stuff like that when I was younger, man. But as you get older, man, you just wisen up and just stop spending your money on dumb, stupid stuff. Forget 20 cars. That's nothing. He just got a new jet and has personal pilots on his payroll. Johnny Depp, who made $500 million, is going broke. Google it. Oh, I believe it. See, that's the thing. No matter how much money you make, if you don't know how to budget your money, you'll go broke. You know, people job hop all the time. I'm going to job for $15. Broke. I'm going to this job. They're paying me 20. Still broke. Man, I'm taking this new job I just got, $25 an hour. Still broke. I don't care how much money you make. If you don't know how to budget your money, you're gonna stay broke. That's just the bottom line. Or, now people like Johnny Depp and stuff like that, their stuff probably came from bad investments, dealing with the wrong people, trying to help everybody out. Like MC Hammer. Well, MC Hammer tried to take the whole hood. Once he went broke, everybody forgot all about him. Which lets you know that's an important investment. You invest all that money in all those people to bring them out of the hood, and not one person became a millionaire or run a multi-million-dollar company. That's an important investment in you. If I'm going to give my friends money, it needs to be an investment. So you can make money and make money for me too. Floyd owed the IRS $30 million before the Conor fight. And then he brought another $25 million mansion in Beverly Hills instead of keeping money in the bank. Yep. Stupid. They said Johnny had 15 mansions, 30 cars, 2 jets, a yacht, and 30 strong staff. Did I hit something on my iPhone? Hold on. Something happened with Siri. I don't know if I said something that activated something on there or not. Yeah, 30. Man, Johnny Depp just had way too much. Boxing Commentaries Club. Cristiano Ronaldo looking at 2 years for tax evasion and maybe going broke. Oh my God, what is wrong with these guys? And what's wrong with the accountants and the CPAs and stuff they have? Cristiano Ronaldo, right? He's like the big soccer star. I don't watch soccer, or they call it football over there. But from what I hear, I mean, the man's like a multi-millionaire, right? Ronaldo. Nah, Ronaldo is not broke. He is very smart. He doesn't spend like Floyd. Yes, bro. Ronaldo makes $100 million a year. Darn. Soccer players get paid like that? Or is that just Ronaldo? Man. Maybe I should have took up soccer growing up. And they getting paid like that. Oh, okay. Only a few of them. I mean, what's the average soccer player make? Does the average soccer player make a couple million a year? Soccer players number one paid. Soccer players number one paid in the world. Are the number one paid in the world? Okay. Couple million more than NFL. Darn. Yo, what was that like 2 or 3 years ago, man? I heard about the whole FIFA bribe and all the other crazy stuff and corruption. And that's in any sport, though. So, I mean, that don't really surprise me or anything. FIFA is crooked as hell. Yeah, that's what I heard. Did they get it cleaned up, or at least semi-cleaned up now? FIFA takes bribes from countries to give them the World Cup bids. Okay. Y'all educated me on soccer because I don't really know too much about it. All right, well, I'm going to get back to the main topic where we talked about Canelo Alvarez. Floyd Mayweather feels that Canelo Alvarez was using pads when they fought. Not that it matters, man, because Floyd Mayweather, that's one of Floyd Mayweather's best fight. Made the man swing and miss. He really couldn't connect right. But I'll tell you one thing, Canelo did get better after that Floyd Mayweather fight. And now I'm wondering, was it because of pads? I don't know. I enjoy your videos, bro, but I don't like to comment much to prevent self-advertising. All right. Thanks for sharing. Peace. All right, Boxing Commentaries Club. Well, self-advertising you just got. Yep. So who else got some questions out there? Gallimore versus Julian, who wins? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really know too much about Gallimore, and I should have, dug more into Gallimore. I know J Rock. Um, isn't I'm just going off memory. Julian's like what 24-1-1. It was so many knockouts, and isn't Gallimore like 21-1 or something like that? Or I don't really know too much about Gallimore, but I'm definitely gonna get ready to watch that fight. Gallimore was wearing a pimp suit jacket at the face-off. Uh, I guess so. I don't know who y'all got. Well, I'm gonna go with Julian J. Rock Williams only because I know him. Uh, I mean, who you got winning, Gallimore or J. Rock? It's a good question. While that's up, let me look at the breaking news real quick. See if there's anything I'm missing right here we can talk about. Jared Hurd says my power is deceiving. Laura won't trade once he feels it. I don't think that Jared Hurd really has a lot of power. I think he just beats you with a cumulative of punches, and he's a bigger guy and he weighs in on you. James DeGale is the one that should be embarrassed, man. If James DeGale loses tonight, he'd better hang it up. Let me hit the Twitter up, see if there's any breaking news or anything going on. Now on Netflix, compelling documentary, highly recommended. The Road to Klitschko. Anthony Joshua. Okay. Lou DiBella's hyping up Jared Hurd. Look at the size of Hurd. Laura can box his butt off, but this Hurd is a real big problem. Yeah. Size don't mean anything when it comes to boxing. It's about skills. I'll take that back. There is. I ain't gonna say that totally, man. Size does matter to a certain degree. 50-50 hood fight. Okay. Have you noticed Shane Watson's dumb butts is always standing on stage with his hands in his pockets? Why doesn't he do work on stage? The Watsons, they don't have to do anything. Al Heyman basically pays him to be in the spotlight. And Brandon and what's the other brother's name? Brandon and I forgot the names now, man. Sam Watson's boys, Brandon and whatever other his name is, they just get paid by Al Heyman they're there just to make sure everything goes off without a hitch. That's all they do. Al Heyman and Sam Watson go all the way back to like Motown history when they were in the music industry together. And now that he jumped into boxing, he just brought Sam along and said, "Hey man, let me help you take care of your sons." That's all they do. They're just there just to make stuff go off without a hitch. And really, Kelly Swanson really does all the work, and they're just there just to collect the paycheck. They don't really do anything. They make sure the fighters get on the plane, make sure they walk them out, hold their hand. Watson used to be Don King's protege. I don't trust that snake. Hurd takes punches. Laura's going to capitalize on that. Hey, Terrence, you might be right. Laura might beat up her. I really don't know who wins that fight. Heyman fighters being targeted by other promoters after court said his fighters are not breaking contract because he only advises, not promotes. I heard Charlo versus Trout might be next. It has to be Jermell then, because Jamal went the full 12 rounds with Austin. I mean, but that's easy pickings now. After Jared Hurd done beat Jermell, Austin Trout, lost a step. Top ranked fighters are going to PBC also. Mikey and Vargas both left Top Rank for PBC. Okay, Legendary, do you know why Top Rank fighters are going to PBC also? Mikey and Vargas both left Top Rank for PBC, yep. Mikey has fought 4 times in less than 2 years on PBC Showtime. Vargas is getting his second fight in less than 12 months. Chavez Jr. also. Boxing commentaries, what about Chavez Jr. also? Chavez also, but he sucks. Oh, you're talking about how he went to PBC? Yeah. Chavez Jr. is the one that got Al Heyman in trouble when he showed that check from Al Heyman Promotion, but I forgot how he worded it. But it's a check from Al Heyman, that he almost got in trouble with that whole thing. That's why you haven't been seeing Chavez fight. Chavez big payday, he left. Listen, everybody was hopping over in PBC when Al Heyman had that hedge fund money. Listen, this is what y'all failing to realize. This is what y'all fail to realize. For 2 years, PBC is free. PBC is free. Watch Danny Garcia, Peter Quillen, Keith Thurman for free. Errol Spence for free. Everybody for free. And what happened? The money dried up. You don't hear nobody, not one single fighter, not one of them right now. Do you hear them saying, catch me on CBS, catch me on PBC for free? I'm in everybody's household. We're free. Smartest thing Al Heyman could ever do. Free TV. Watch me. Those same fighters, I got to watch them on Showtime now, which means I have to pay a monthly subscription to Showtime, which means it's not free no more. That free crap ran out after 2 years because Al Heyman blew through the hedge fund money. Went back to Showtime and said, hey, man, I need y'all to front us money now so I can pay the fighters. And Espinoza says, great. Come on, man. Y'all stop falling for the okie doke, man. It's just common sense. Heyman paid Chavez $20 million. Yep. If Danny fights Porter, he's going to get demolished. Danny has a 1-2. Porter has it all. Well, Sean Porter just beats you by manhandling. He overpowers you. That's how he wins. The only way that Kell Brook beat him was Kell Brook figured out when he comes inside the manhandle me, hold him. And the ref won't say nothing. And then I hit pop, hit him 2-3 times. When the Bulls rush in the manhandle me, hold him. So Kell Brook was the only one that was able to figure out how to beat Sean Porter. Heyman still has a hedge fund money. He didn't run out of $800 million relaxing. He's done legendary boxing. The money didn't dry up. The TV networks didn't want to pay for boxing, so they moved to Showtime to save money and still do some dates on Fox and Fox. If that's the case, why is everybody complaining about not getting paid like they used to get paid? I'm telling you, I know fighters I've talked to and some managers that said the money ain't like it used to be. Why? If he still had $800 million, why isn't everybody getting paid? Why is everybody crying about not making enough money now? Well, they're complaining they're getting okay and they're getting by, but it could be more. Terrence Williams, I like Peter Quillen, but he needs a comeback. Yeah, man, Peter Quillen, he needs a comeback, man. Danny versus Sean, 50-50 fight for me. I actually got Sean Porter beating Danny Garcia, only because he'll manhandle him. Who complained about not getting paid? Nope. I'm not going to put these people out here that I know like that. I wouldn't do that to them. I'm not going to put their names out here. Mikey just made his career high pay on PBC, man. $1 million. He never made that with Top Rank. Yeah, I mean, Al can afford to give out 600, 700, 800,000 million. I mean, but it ain't 2 and 3 million, 4 million like they were getting before. On them days are over with. Then after Floyd got on Al Heyman, these guys want to get paid like me. These guys want all this money. They don't put in no work for it. Floyd Mayweather put Al Heyman on blast for paying guys too much money. Okay. Now, legendary boxer, I agree with you. PBC was overpaying. Now they're paying fair money. Still more than most. I agree. Legendary boxer, I totally agree with you. But now, when you're used to making 1.52 million and you only pay me 1 million, now people are getting upset. You know why? Because these fighters are ungrateful. Al Heyman's still paying them good money, and he still got a nerve to complain. Danny and Thurman both made 2 million each. Also, that's great. That's great. I don't have no problem with that. But that money is coming from Showtime now, not out of that hedge fund. Thurman and Danny and Spence are all making 1 to 2 million. Yeah, your top fighters like that are getting 1 to 2 million. They were making more than that before on the back end, but now they're not. PB fighters are PB fighters are good. I like PB. I like all fighters, man. I don't like to say this PBC fighter, this top ranked fighter, this Golden Boy fighter. I just like fighters, period. Water made 2.1 million for Ortiz. Yep. And that's the thing. There was a time, man, the heavyweight fighters made more than everybody. But them days are long gone. Thurman versus Danny, 2 million each was paid by PBC, not Showtime. Oh man, we're going on an hour. We're going on an hour, guys. All right, man. It was fun chopping it up with you. Gotta get ready for the fights. Gotta get ready for a little bit of NBA. I hope Cleveland goes down because I don't like Cleveland Cavaliers. I hope Houston Rockets win the whole thing. All right. Thanks for rocking with me. Until next time, we'll chop it up. Hopefully sometime tomorrow. Andre, everybody that chimed in. Thanks, guys. Hit you up later. Peace.